Hello everyone. We'll get these flying birds out in a second, but first let's go and have a look at the breeding pigeons. Down here, this little hen, she is only on one egg. She laid two and they were both fertile, but one of them died halfway through incubation. I'm not sure what the problem was there, but that egg, if it's not already hatched, it's hatching right now. Maybe if I don't have this video out by the afternoon, I'll have another look and give you guys an update. Alright, well it's the afternoon, cockbird's on the nest, but here is an update. The egg has hatched, and there is a chance that this little baby might even be my very first recessive opal spread. I think we'll know in about a week or so. Anyway, back to the video. Check this guy out. Have you ever seen a cockbird more protective of his nest? I just want to have a look at your babies. Can we have a look? See? They can defend themselves. Alright, I'll move him out of the way and we'll have a look at these little black babies. We'll get a better look down here where there's no father to protect them. So they're both black babies, or at least that's what they look like at the moment. It doesn't seem like we got a recessive opal spread in this nest. I haven't had much luck trying to get a recessive opal spread. But let's have a close look at them. They've both already got their rings on them. They're about, what are they, about a week and a half old? And they both look like they'll be pure blacks, apart from this one, who has a few little white feathers on his backside. So that'll be a nice way to tell them apart. But these two will be going into the race team for next year. So you guys will get to see these guys grow up and hopefully get out to about 600 kilometers. Alright, let's see if Dad will let us put them back. Relax. I'm putting them back. And that's how he says thank you. Could win a boxing match, this guy. Why don't you give me a high five? Oh, high 10. Alright, I'll leave him alone. And down here, my little old red checkered cock. He has babies as well. He's got a bit of red on his face, and that's just because he's been into the pink mineral powder. She's probably just given a nice mouthful to his babies. Let's have a look at them. He's much more docile than the opal cock, so he's definitely going to let us have a look. See? This guy's much tamer. And here are his babies. They're a bit younger. I'm really hoping that one of these will be a red checkered cock. Because a red checkered cock is what I need for my yellow project. Anyway, before these guys get too cold, I'll put the father bag on them. And in a few days, we'll have a better indication of their colour. Here's the pink powder that the red checkered cock has been getting into. The birds love this stuff whenever I put it down. It's a little bit expensive, but it's very good for the birds and the babies love it. Anyway, let's move on to this side of the loft. Now over here on this side, there are only one lot of babies at the moment, and that is in the red nest. And these are still fresh babies. Haven't got their rings on yet. But these will both be recessive reds. As you can see, their parents are recessive reds. So these guys will be too. And you can also tell by the little brown ring on the end of the beak here. That's a good indication that the babies will be recessive red. So if you're ever trying to breed recessive reds from heterozygous birds, that's a good little early indication that you might have one. Nice fat little babies. This one has the little ring as well. But obviously, like I said, parents are both reds. These will be reds. We'll just have to see how much white they have on them. And again, these guys will be in the race team. My plan for the babies out of this pair is to fly them and then choose the best one or two and breed them into some better racing stock. Because these guys, they can do the racing, but they're a little bit too slow for me at the moment. So I'm hoping to put them into some better stock and improve the speed. Anyway, let's put these back over in the corner. That doesn't look comfortable. There we go. She'll jump back on in a sec. The rest of the eggs, so these guys, and these guys, if you want to focus. Those three will all hatch around Wednesday, so in another 4 or 5 days. And then we have this pair. They are on eggs, but of course, they're only a fresh pair, so it's still another, I don't know, week and a half until these guys hatch. But now I need to point out the first bit of bad news for this video, and that is that this nest has been abandoned. The little lemon hen is hiding in there for the moment. But towards the end of the video, I'll show you what's going on there. Just quickly, we'll have a look at this hen. She's actually sitting on fake eggs, and the reason for that is that this hen and her old cockbird have a bad habit of smashing their own eggs. So what I've done is move their eggs into some other nests just to protect them for a while. And when they're due to hatch, if they're fertile, I'll bring them back into this nest and these guys can raise them. I would have preferred to foster the eggs out, but I didn't have any other pairs that late in time. So unfortunately, I've had to do it this way. But the reason that we lost the nest in the breeding section is that this hen is really not well. She's actually looking a lot better than she was yesterday. I've moved her into the flying section where there's no cocks to chase her around. But I might have to take her to the vet tomorrow because she's a good hen, this one, and she's not very healthy at the moment. I've been hand feeding her just to try and get a bit of weight on her. But I'm really hoping we don't lose this hen, because she is a very good hen. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let's have a look at the flying birds. Alright, are you guys ready to go out for a fly? Let's put them outside. So there are only the 2 flying birds at the moment. There's the little checker that I bred here, and then there's the reduced checker hen. We did actually unfortunately lose the other reduced hen. I think she was just a bit too old to break in. But thankfully we still have this one, and she's broken in quite successfully. These 2 haven't started flying too much yet. They just do a few laps around the house and then they come back down to land. But it's not going to be too much longer, and then we'll have a few more in the flying team with them. So we're looking forward to that. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. There's a lot going on now that we've got the birds breeding and eggs starting to hatch. So I'll catch you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed.